What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Kiera, your gapping and gorgeous queen. Quick question for you, girl. Do you feel like lately the man you've been talking to or dating has been treating you like an option? Like you don't know whether you're the side chick or not. You don't know whether he's talking to somebody else. You don't really know if he's being honest about his doings. Like you really just don't know. Well, if you don't know, I got some signs for you that lets you know if you are just an option in his life. Now, first of all, if you feel like any of the things I just said, then girl, you're probably right, okay? The good Lord did not give us intuition just to be playing around, okay? Trust your gut, trust your mind. But just in case you need a little bit more, I got you. First things first, if you are talking to somebody and he always flakes on you, he's canceling plans, he's not following through, he's not showing up, you're probably just an option. And the reason for that is because if he really wanted to spend time with you, he would make time for you. Or sometimes he says, yes, I'm going to show up, but then at the very last minute, he doesn't show up. Child, ain't nothing worse than a flaky man, because guess what? He got something else going on and he is not thinking about spending no time with you. He is trying to spend time with you when it works best for him, not really considering when it works best for you, sis. Don't be letting these men flake on you all the time. No. The next sign is a very big sign, okay? It's probably the most common one, but he only wants to have sex with you. He's not thinking about bringing you no flowers. He's not thinking about making your day go well. He's not asking you about how your day went. He's not inviting you anywhere. He hasn't taken you on not one date. Like he can't communicate about anything else. But when you talk about sex, he's right at the door. He's popping up immediately. He's not ignoring your texts. He's not waiting 2 hours to respond. Child, he ain't looking for nothing serious. He's looking for what he's looking for, and that probably means that you are just an option in his life. Don't allow a man to just treat you like a sex object. And if that's what both of y'all are into, then that's what both of y'all are into. But again, keep in mind, this video is about if you're seriously dating somebody. The next sign that you're probably just an option is that he always switches up on you. 1 minute he's hot, 1 minute he's cold. You can't really read him. Sometimes he is super nice to you. He's doing things for you. Then the next time you speak to him, he ain't really got much to say. He's being extra short with you. He seemed like he got a little attitude. Girl, that other woman probably somewhere just getting on his nerves or something, or she done got mad at him and done cussed him out, child, and now he feeling bad and he taking it out on you. Child, we don't deal with people who got a switch that could turn off and on just like that, okay? For one, that's not safe emotionally. And for two, I just want to be sure that you are really into me. And if I'm trying to read you and you're not really giving me much, like, that's too complicated. Girl, don't let nobody treat you like that. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story behind that, okay? I was talking to this guy and, you know, he was just super nice in the beginning. We went out on dates, we did things or whatever, and he was just very nice. Now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, he started to act very weird. He was kind of standoffish, kind of distant, not really responding as much in the text messages and things like that, not calling me consistently like he was. And I was just like, okay, now you're starting to switch up on me. Maybe something else done popped up in a picture. And I was like, no, Kiera, don't start thinking like that. We don't want to think like that. Now, we're not going to assume. Sure enough, that man reached out to me and was like, hey, you know, I just got out of a relationship about this many months ago. Child, I don't remember what it was. But he's like, I just got out of a serious relationship and I'm sorry, but it looks like she's coming back into my life. So I'm going to go ahead on and head out because that was my boo. And I just was trying to talk to you because, you know what I'm saying, you was helping me through. And I'm like, I appreciate your honesty, but wow. So don't be getting used, sis. If a man is hot and cold with you, it's probably because he's dealing with somebody else. Just make sure that you ask the right questions. And again, trust your gut. The next sign, I kind of tapped into this already, but the next sign is they are responding to you very, very late. Text messages, phone calls, whatever it is, they respond to you so late. Maybe it's hours, maybe it's even the next day. Listen, if you were somebody that they were truly interested in, they would not be ignoring your text or your calls. It ain't that much busyness in the world. I don't care who you are, okay? Jay-Z still makes time for Beyonce, baby, and those are two of the most busiest people in the world. So we ain't even gonna take that as no excuse. We not trying to do that. If the woman of your dreams was calling you or texting you, you would be responding immediately. So don't let nobody tell you, oh, I was busy, that's why I couldn't text you until the next day. That's a lie, okay? Especially if you are in their presence and you notice that they always have their phone in in their hand. All of a sudden, when they're not around you and you're calling them, oh, I didn't see it, I didn't know. You a lie. Because whenever you somewhere in public or you out or you at home, I know that you always got that phone in your hand, child. So again, ladies, don't let nobody play you. Another way to know that you are just an option is if you are initiating most of the conversation, okay? Generally, it's a good way to tell that somebody is not 100% interested in you if they don't ever start the conversation off. Like, it's one thing to just have natural conversation. You wake up in the morning, you just say good morning. But if you notice that every single time you guys communicate, it's because you have reached out first, you're probably just an option. I'm telling you, I know men who straight up say, if I want that woman, I'm gonna get that woman. Ain't nothing stopping me from texting her. I'm reaching out to her. I'm taking her out. I'm getting her flowers. I'm trying to be the best man, okay? So girl, don't you go blowing up that man phone, texting him back to back and doing all that extra stuff. If you feel like he ain't responding to you, and if you feel like you're getting the cold shoulder, sis, tell him deuces, because guess what? He's treating you like an option. He's treating you like he has something else going on, like he has something better, like you're just really not that important. And that is not the type of energy you need in your life, sis. You are the bomb, okay? You are the bomb. You are the prize. Okay, girl, and then one more thing. Another sign that you are just an option is if whenever you guys are texting, your replies are typically longer or bulkier than his replies. Maybe he's answering you with one word or one phrase, and you're just sending all this stuff back to back to back because you feel like, oh, we're just having regular conversation. But he's not asking you any open-ended questions. He's not really wanting to know about your life. Listen, if somebody like you, they want to know everything. I have had men who, when they find out that I'm an author or that I write, they go and look up all of my work. They come back to me and tell me what they've read. I've talked to men who have actually come back to me and had already purchased my book because they are interested in me and they want to know what I do, who I am, and all that good stuff. So if you're talking to a man and you are asking him more questions than he's asking you, he's not really that interested in who you are as a person. Maybe he just wants to get one thing from you. And that doesn't say anything about the type of person that you are. That does not mean that you are not worthy. That does not mean that you are not beautiful. It just means that he went into a situation looking for something specific, okay? And if he is not looking for a wife, he will not find a wife. If he is not looking for love, he will not find love. If he is not looking for a good person, he will not find it. And I won't even say that he won't find it, because if you're a good person who is wife material, you're worthy, you're all these different things, he's not going to be able to see who you truly are, because that is not the lens that he's looking through. So I hope that makes sense, okay? Because listen, it's okay to have options. It is okay to talk to different people at one time. But when you start to get serious with someone, and if someone starts to feed you all these different ideas and talk about plans with you and all these different things, and just start to deal with you consistently, then things start to change, and now you have to start making new decisions, okay? You got to start shifting some things, because we cannot operate on the same level that we did when we first met, because things are changing now. So it's always a good idea to stop and reevaluate. If I am in the middle of a situation with a guy and it's getting a little bit too deep, and I just mentioned to him, hey, what are we doing now? Men take that as, oh, she wants to be my girlfriend now. No, I want to check in with you because you acting like you love me. You have to ask questions to the person that you're dealing with. Just check in regularly, just like you will with any other relationship that you're in. It's really not that complicated. Just don't be the girl who is totally oblivious to what is going on and what you've gotten yourself into, because a man will tell on himself every time. He doesn't have to say it out of his mouth, but if you really watch his behavior, if you really watch the way that he does things, his actions, it will tell you exactly what he's on. So I hope that all of those signs really helped you to evaluate your situation, because it's a lot of games being played these days, and I don't want my sisters to be all messed up behind these men, because child, them ones ain't worth it. If you don't treat yourself like an option, if you give yourself the utmost love and respect, you need to look at men for what they are. If they can't do better for you than what you can do for yourself, then sis, it really isn't making a whole lot of sense to waste your time with that person, because guess what? All they're going to do is bring you down, okay? And it doesn't even mean financially. It can mean emotionally. It can mean mentally, okay? So just make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you listen to yourself. Make sure that you trust your feelings. Your feelings don't lie, okay? Your feelings don't lie. If you get a little feeling like, man, I don't think he's telling me the truth, he probably ain't telling you the truth. Okay, all right, girl. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, okay?